The night was cold, eerie, and silent. Outside the luxurious home, the wind howled like a mournful spirit. Inside, the scene was nothing short of a nightmare. The lifeless body of a woman lay sprawled on the marble floor, her lifeblood pooling around her. Standing over her, covered in crimson, was her husband, his face a mask of anguish. His shaking hands clutched a knife, the gleam of metal smeared with dark evidence. The luxurious surroundings now seemed like a gilded cage, trapping in the horror of the scene that had just unfolded. In the dim, flickering light, shadows danced menacingly on the walls, echoing his grief. No words came from his pale lips, only silent screams of desperation. The air was thick with a sense of mystery and urgency, as though the house itself held its breath. The world outside continued as if nothing had happened, but for this man, time had stopped. The scene transitioned seamlessly to the investigation process. The cold efficiency of the police was a stark contrast to the husband's raw emotion. Officers in dark uniforms scoured the scene, meticulously gathering evidence. Flashlights illuminated every corner, and cameras captured every angle. The murder weapon, once a mere kitchen utensil, now a harbinger of doom, was bagged and tagged. The husband's fingerprints, blatantly evident, painted him guilty in the eyes of the law. His arrest was swift but filled with a somber silence. The clang of handcuffs felt like a death knell, a chilling prelude to the ordeal that lay ahead. This was more than a procedural. It was a descent into hell, fueled by suspicion and despair. The courtroom bristled with tension, a battleground where words were weapons and every witness a potential savior or executioner. The defense attorney, an older man with a sharp intellect and fiery determination, argued passionately for his client's innocence. The prosecutor, equally determined, painted a damning picture of premeditated murder. Faces in the room were masks of intrigue and incredulity. Just when hope seemed lost, a surprise witness took the stand. With a voice steady but tinged with emotion, the witness unraveled a hidden narrative, pointing the finger at the true killer. The revelation was a thunderclap, shaking the very foundations of the case. The final scene was a mosaic of raw emotion. The true murderer, once a figure of confidence, now crumbled under the weight of guilt. Tears flowed freely as the truth shattered their facade. The wrongfully accused husband, though free, bore the scars of his ordeal. Relief mingled with sorrow, a bittersweet victory. The courtroom buzzed with the gravity of the moral dilemmas and the profound quest for justice that had unfolded before their eyes. The story of the betrayal secret left a haunting impression, reminding all that truth, though sometimes elusive, would ultimately prevail.